real estate. Except for this time, we're actually going to be talking about the job market. So let's go. Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nicholas. I'm a Florida licensed realtor over with Keller Williams. And today we're going to be talking not about real estate, but more about how are you going to find a job in Florida. And we're going to look at the three major metropolitan areas in Florida. So I got my cheat sheet right here. Let's go. Start off the list here. Before we get into each individualized item, I just want to throw out some general stats on Florida and what's been happening in the last 12 months. So if you've been looking to move down into Florida and you need to secure a job, here's some stats that you might find helpful and a little bit more encouraging that there is that job out there that you're looking for. So in general, Florida grew as a workforce by 2.3%. That was actually in the last 12 months. Additionally, unemployment dropped by 0.5%. So more people are working in Florida than ever before right now. Wages is kind of a different issue. So if you've been looking at Florida, you might realize that Florida pays a little bit less than the national average. And that also ties into the costs of housing in Florida and your expenses in Florida, which I'll be doing another video on that. So stay tuned and take a look. Wages actually grew by 4.5% in the last 12 months. It's actually the highest growth in the southeastern states. So we are the #1 leader in wage growth. Additionally, the job market in Florida increased. It wasn't the highest, but it grew by 4.5%. And that's actually equating to 413,000 jobs as of March 2023. So some encouraging numbers for you guys to look at. Just know that there is that job out there. It will come up and it will be in your sector because we are growing on a day-by-day basis. Now let's move over into a little bit more specific information on each city. So first up on the list is Miami. Miami's awesome. As you know, it is a big tourist city. It has a lot of traffic, trade. You're going to have a lot of leisure and hospitality in Miami specifically. So breaking down the numbers, the #1 grower in Miami was going to be since 2022, and this is of March, is going to be leisure and hospitality. So tourism to Miami-Dade County is obviously a driving force in the area. That is going to be millions of people going out of Miami to cruises or out of Miami International. But they need a lot of leisure and hospitality sector workers in order to maintain the tourism scene there. So easily you can find a job in that industry if you're looking. In addition to that, the second biggest grower in Miami was education and health services. So there's a lot of hospital networks that are found in Miami. There isn't one general hospital network that's really taken over the city because it's so vast. So if you're looking in nursing, if you're looking in anything in the hospital services sector, or if you're looking in the education sector, you're going to find a lot of jobs presented there because of that growth. Last on the list for Miami, the biggest mover was in trade and transportation. As I mentioned before at the top, you have cruise liners, you have the Miami International Airport, and then of course the Port of Miami is a big function. It's the largest port in the state, so there's a lot of job opportunities out there. All right, so moving up north, we're going to go into Orlando. As you know, Orlando is a tourist city, but there's actually been a little bit of growth in areas that you wouldn't have expected. Obviously, leisure and hospitality, the tourism is very prominent in Orlando as well with Walt Disney, Universal. You're going to have those companies as a major player in leisure and hospitality. And also there's a lot of supporting industries, supporting companies that are available in Orlando. And leisure and hospitality from 2022 to 2023 actually grew by a staggering 10.6%. So there's a lot of jobs that are opening up there. There's a lot of opportunities if you're looking to work in Orlando and live in the city. So take a look at those two companies, and if you don't find it, it's probably going to be just right around the corner. Next up is going to be health services and education. So again, something that you don't really think of when you think of Orlando is Advent and Orlando Health. These are two major players. Advent specifically is a major player in the state. And they have hospital networks all across the state of Florida. And University of Florida is also a major player in Orlando. When it comes to education and the education services sector, they're going to be having a lot of jobs and job openings for you. So be sure to take a look at there. Last on the list is trade and transportation. This grew by 4% in the last year. So again, another major uptick in that industry. Many people don't know this, but JetBlue is a big partner in the city of Orlando. So if you're looking for something in transportation, JetBlue is going to be a big aspect of that. Last on the list is Tampa, my favorite, because I live here. I actually live down in St. Petersburg. So Tampa had a little bit of growth, actually pretty good numbers across the board, but it's one of those places that's like, what is in Tampa? Why would I go to Tampa to look for a job, or what jobs are available in Tampa? So we had an 8.5% growth in education and health. So health services, again, leading up the way. Baycare Health is another contributor in the health services sector on the western side here, and they have been acquiring quite a few hospitals and adding more into their hospital network. So absolutely look at Baycare Health for a position. And then the other part of that is the education services. So University of Southern Florida is available down here. Moving on to leisure and hospitality. Look, it's St. Petersburg, it's Clearwater. If you haven't been out here, you should, first off. And you should know that there's a lot of tourism that just comes to these two cities. And a lot of people come out to the beaches, so there's a lot of supporting industries to leisure and hospitality. So the last on the list is other. Don't normally cover or know what other is standing for, but if I had to guess, it's probably related to the MacDill Air Force Base that is located in Tampa Bay. So MacDill Air Force Base is a huge employer out here, and that sector grew, I believe, by 6%. It's really hard to break it down when it gets into those individualized categories underneath it. I can't really see past that. All right, so that's all I have for you guys today. As you might know, I'm building out a referral agency. So if you guys are looking for a realtor down here in Florida, let me know. Otherwise, if you need a referral partner, let me know as well, and I'd be happy to set you up. I'm going to get a relocation package set up for you guys. It might be in the link in the description. If it's not, it will be soon. So please keep an eye out for it. Otherwise, I hope you have a fantastic day. See you next time. Bye.